Hello, how are you doing? My name is Joseph Ngugi, one of the co-founders of Pre-PT Grind, where we help pre-physical therapy students get into physical therapy school without wasting time or money. Now, I know that a lot of you are getting ready for the big day tomorrow, Thanksgiving, getting ready, preparing your food, maybe getting your stomach ready, stretching a little bit, inviting your family over. Maybe you're traveling. And so I know that a lot of people are going to catch this on replay or when it's a podcast episode. But this is something that we wanted to share with each and every one of you tonight. As Casey hops on here, I'm going to invite him to join me on here so we can have two screens. We'll be able to both talk with you. But we're absolutely excited to be able to share what we're going to share tonight, but also very grateful. What's up, Shanahan? How you doing? All right, to have this opportunity to serve you day in and day out. What's up, Casey? How you feeling, brother?
What's going on? What's going on? How's
Nothing
everyone
much,
doing?
man. Nothing much. Can you hear me well?
Yep, I can hear you.
Perfect, perfect. No, I was just saying that really it's been an absolute pleasure, and it will continue to be an absolute pleasure to serve each and every one of you here, whether you listen to us in here inside of the pre-doctor of physical therapy students page, the biggest pre-PT really platform in the world right now, whether it's our podcast, whether it's our live streams, whether it's all of our other posts. So wherever you find us, honestly, it's really been a pleasure to serve you. And as we finish out 2018, 2019 is only going to get more accelerated. It's only going to be more content. I remember last time, Casey, remember this year, this time last year, man, like what we were doing? Yo,
Yeah,
I thought back then we were cranking out a lot of value and a lot of videos and a lot of podcasts, bro. It's been night and day. I think back
absolutely.
then, what were we doing? Like a live stream a week,
Yeah,
a
something like
podcast a
that.
week. That's about it,
Live
right?
streaming, the podcast. Yeah. So that was pretty much it.
Yeah, bro. Now we got like what, like maybe five live streams a week between the two of us, our podcast, really spreading out our content everywhere. But really, it's to take care of you guys. We don't need it. We really don't. We're already physical therapists, but we have this ridiculous passion for serving pre-PTs, and it's really it brings us great joy to be able to see each and every one of you run through your walls, whether it's the fears, the anxieties, the frustrations, the temporary defeats when you don't get accepted or things just don't go your way. Seeing you still go right in and just take what we say or what you get from this group and just say, all right, let me go at it again, and just see you guys win after win after win. Casey and I got a message earlier today from one of our students, and I'm not going to disclose too much. I'm going to let him, share it when it's his time inside this page when he's ready. But it's one of our international students who we've been taking care of to help him get locked into a physio school, and he got locked in today, and he was absolutely excited. And it didn't come. I mean, it couldn't have come at a better time as we prepare for Thanksgiving, and that's what we want to talk about tonight. But we want to see you all win. But the honest truth is, it's very easy to be grateful when things are going well. Very, very easy. Jessica, how you doing? Shika, how you doing? It's very easy to be grateful when things are going absolutely well, right, Casey? When
That's
my
right.
when I have a 4.0, everything's good. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. When I apply one time and I get accepted, woo, everything's great. It's very easy when things are going well to be grateful. But what happens, Heather? How are you doing? What happens, Casey? What what is it about those temporary defeats when we're not doing well in classes, when we don't do well in the semester, when we don't get accepted into a program, when we go and sit down with a faculty member who's supposed to be, our ally, but when we go and sit down with a faculty member and they sit us down and say, you know what, this might not be for you. You know what? Those schools that you were thinking about applying to, you just pull the plug. It's not worth it. It's not going to happen. How are we supposed to still stay grateful then?
Mm,
Casey, how
mm.
the heck are we supposed to still stay grateful then?
Yeah, I mean, this just reminds me of what we see all the time as physical therapists now and how they talk about burnout and things like that. And it's a real thing, don't get me wrong. There are problems and there's stuff to complain about, but at the same time, it's just amazing that they were you guys not too long ago. It's like I scroll down my Facebook feed, and on one hand, I see you guys struggling and wishing you were in PT school and could die to be a physical therapist. And I scroll a little further, and somebody complaining about their job, and I'm like, didn't you ask for this? Weren't you working so hard to be in this place now? Weren't you working so hard to get in, then go through it, then pass the
Ooh.
board exam,
Casey,
and
you
now
better
you're a
speak the
physical
truth, brother.
therapist,
You
and
better
now
speak
you're
the truth right
complaining?
now. Yeah,
So
yeah, 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 yeah.
so when I'm at work now, I'm like, this is what you guys were complaining about? It's not that bad. Like, of course, there's some busy days, as you know. There's some slower days. Sometimes there's more documentation than we want. But, like, I see you guys, putting in the work. You got the passion, putting in the hours, the sweat and tears. And I'm like, how can I not be
Hmm.
grateful for my position as a now physical therapist? And my
Hmm.
struggles of, having to go through this twice, then going through PT school, passing the boards, doing everything in school, and
Yes,
now I'm
sir.
finally here. I just cannot come to the fruition to complain about it, whether it's complaining about burnout or the salary or the debt or like I'm finally here and I have no other choice but to just be grateful for it. So if you're in some situation now and you're like, man, this is not going my way. I'm not feeling it. I can't get this essay down. My people aren't writing my letters fast enough. I got deadlines to hit. Somebody might be wanting to be where you are. You might have the privilege to even apply, and somebody else is like, man, I'm not even good enough to apply. At least they
Hmm.
get the chance. At least their GPA is good enough. At least they have the
Hmm.
money to even apply through PTCast. At least they have some support. Somebody out there right now doesn't even know about this Facebook group or doesn't even know about Pre-PT Grind. They're like, man, I wish I just found something. And you have it right here. And you have everything to be grateful for right here, even if
Yeah.
things aren't going your way. Like when I was applying the first time, I felt like I had nothing to be grateful for. But now looking back at everything that happened led to pretty much this moment now. So what I'm grateful for, if we're just going into that, is just something as simple as just being a physical therapist now. Like it's crazy to say, and there's we can go down the line. There's tons of things to be grateful for, but it's just crazy that I can see that on Instagram and Facebook, and I can see all the articles written and people just complaining about it. And I'm like, what? I interact and talk with pre-PTs every single day who wish they could be
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Man, so in short, that's what you guys have to have that perspective on and think about when you're going through those struggles and before you know it you'll be there. It's just pretty much one step at a time, one obstacle at a time, and you'll be there. Just when you get there, don't forget to still be grateful for where you are. When you get into PT school and those classes are rough, don't forget to be grateful. So that's pretty much it for me.
Honestly, and I see we have Kaylee, we have Sarah, and then we have Mr. Patel. All right, cool. And
What's up?
then
What's
so
up?
Sarah actually said it's about perspective, and you're right, Sarah. That's it. What happens is the reason why Thanksgiving is so amazing is obviously we eat a lot of food. Half of y'all gonna be, knocked out by 3 p.m. tomorrow, which is all right. But that's expected, you know what I mean? And then go on and enjoy your life, especially when it's cold. I mean, what you gonna do outside anyway? You better enjoy your food, stay cuddled up with your family or whatever. But the honest truth is, the beautiful thing about Thanksgiving is that giving thanks or being grateful, regardless of the situation, gives you exactly what Sarah just said. It gives you a completely new lens to look at your particular situation. It's perspective. Every single time, it's perspective. If you don't take the time to just say, "Yo, I'm grateful for the situation I'm in right now," regardless of how frustrating it is, it's perspective. When we have students that are coming in saying, "I am a non-traditional student, so I'm going through certain obstacles right now, and they're frustrating me. Maybe I haven't been in the classroom for a while. So I have all these young bloods coming out, straight out of college, going straight to yo, my charger just started falling apart. Oh well. Listen, like these young bloods coming straight out of college, going straight to PT school. They've got their study groove on point. They're very comfortable with it. They've been doing it. They haven't had years off. They haven't had to be in the workforce away from academic. Right now, if I went back to school, I'd be so rusty with academics, and I've only been a year and a half out. So when you're talking 5 years out or more, it makes sense. It makes sense that going back in is not the same. The same routines you had before are not there anymore. So you're like, man, woe is me. Woe is me. I'm going back and I'm just stuck. This sucks. This, okay, whatever. Cool. On the other side, we have the student. Remember, it's all perspective. We have the student that has not had the life experience that you have had, that is struggling to figure out what their purpose is. They don't even know if this is the right direction for them. I always say that non-traditional students are the ones that have the clearest perspective. I was not non-traditional. Casey was not non-traditional. But I do say that the majority of non-traditional students have a very clear perspective because you've been in the world. You've been exposed and you've had time to figure out what you actually want out of your career and why. And so on the other side, while the non-traditionals potentially complaining about the fact that their study skills and all that stuff is not up to par, they have the life experiences that give them clarity to lock in even harder, whereas someone who is a traditional student might not have that. Either way, you can find problems, is what I'm trying to say. Either way, you can find problems. And honestly, I heard this presentation. Casey was there. This is May of 2017. We heard a presentation by Paul Goff, a very big name in PT, but he's a multi-business owner, but also an international physio. A lot of cool things. He's done a podcast for us. If you've missed it, go listen to it. But he was talking about which problems do you want? Because in any situation, whether you get into PT school or don't get into PT school, there's going to be different problems. Maybe right now you have a job that you can keep because you're not taking the demanding classes that you're going to be taking in PT school, but all you can see is, I'm not in PT school yet, so my life is falling apart. Whereas you actually have a job right now, whether it's $12 an hour, $15 an hour, that can actually sustain you. Get into PT school, your problems are going to be, yo, I don't even got time to work the way I used to. Maybe I work over the weekend. Maybe I got an online job. I don't get as many hours. So now I'm like, shoot, I'm struggling to find coin. I'm having to use my loans. Which problems do you want? And my point tonight, and Casey's point tonight is, regardless of what situation you're in, there's going to be problems if you look for them. As a physical therapist right now, and that's what you're trying to be, as a physical therapist right now, if I really wanted to, I could find problems. My problems could be with the amount of time I have, because I'm a very, very busy person. So don't waste my time and don't waste Casey's time. But we're here to serve you, which means that this is where we would rather spend our time. But our problems are, we're very busy. So we have a lot of different things that we're preoccupied with. So it's very easy to say, oh, dang, man, like, I don't got time for nothing. I'm always doing these live videos. I got this, I got these calls. No, but we want to do them. So for us, it's like we get to do them. So it's absolutely, invigorating. So we love it. But it's the perspective that we've taken. I can tell you right now that if someone else literally stepped into our shoes right now, they'd probably find problems. They'd be like, yo, man, I don't got time for this. I don't got time for that. I want to spend time watching all my TV shows instead of building out email funnels, preparing for the next launch of this. I want to do this instead of getting on calls with, pre-PT students to help them block into PT school. I'd rather do this than get on a live stream and encourage a pre-physical therapy student who is at their wit's end, stuck and ready to pull the plug on physical therapy. You know what? Instead of that, I'm a Lakers fan. I'd rather go watch the Lakers play right now because LeBron is, doing his comeback in Cleveland and all that stuff, which he is. But I'm right here with y'all. And so the bottom line is there are problems everywhere. But in every situation, if you just step back and be grateful, in absolutely every situation, if you're just freaking grateful, if you're just grateful about the fact, Gabby, you're in your first year of PT school, if you're just grateful about that, that completely changes your perspective. That's what's invigorated and really empowered you and Sarah to do the podcast that you guys are doing to help a lot of other students that are struggling. Kaylee, same thing. Sarah, same thing. We have Heather, we have Jessica, we have Shika. I mean, there's a lot of people on here, but honestly, it doesn't really matter where you're at. There is always an opportunity to be grateful. And once you do that, it's surprising how many things you start seeing that are actually potential opportunities. If you have not gotten accepted into PT school and you're struggling, you're saying, like, yo, why me? What if you try to be grateful for it? What if that cycle, even though it was not exactly what you wanted, what if it has become the one thing that has taught you how to be resilient? What if it becomes the one thing that helps somebody else accomplish their dream because they're seeing how hard you're pushing until you finally accomplish it and you finally get into PT school? And because they're seeing that, you should just be grateful for the opportunity to be in that role, to be in that seat, to be in the driver's seat, to go through that experience so that you can help somebody else. When Casey did not get into PT school, I'm pretty sure he had those two options. And I'm pretty doggone sure that it was extremely hard to be grateful for what happened. But I'm telling you right now that Casey's impact on the PT profession and in the pre-PT world is honestly heavy because he went through that. So I'm sure right now he's looking back, he's like, yeah, I'm grateful I went through that. It sucked. Dog, it sucked like heck. It was painful. It was frustrating, but I now see what was on the other side of it. So as you go into your Thanksgiving, don't spend a lot of time being anxious. Don't spend a lot of time, thinking, oh, shoot, I got this going on. I got that going on. I got this wrong. I applied 2 weeks ago. I haven't heard back from the school. I'm getting ready for 2019. I feel so spend some time just literally just allow everything to just be pushed out. All the negativity, all the frustration, all the anxiety, just set it aside, at least for a day. And just look through the goggles of gratitude and just say, what can I be grateful for? I want you to take a piece of paper if you're really struggling with this and just write down all the things that are frustrating you, all the things that you're anxious about, and next to them, write down. Force yourself to do this. I do this sometimes, and it's the hardest thing ever. But when I'm done, I can tell you that my perspective is so ridiculously transformed that it's not even a joke. I want you, next to each one of those, to write down a sentence or two or why you should be grateful for that, or what in that experience is worth being grateful for. It's an extremely hard exercise. But if you want to go into the rest of 2018, we got a few weeks left. We got 5 weeks till Christmas. It's wild, I know. But we got a few weeks till Christmas. We're almost done with 2018. We're going into 2019. If you want to transition out of this year and into 2019 and not have the same problems, the same anxieties, you losing the same amount of sleep that you've been losing all this year because of all the frustrating things that have been going on. If you don't want to go through that again, I need you to go through this exercise. I need you to start looking at your entire experience through the lens of gratitude. You will get yours. The only way you don't get into PT school is if you give up and if you're not coachable. Because I'm telling you, there are ways to get into PT school if that's what you really want. But be grateful. Be absolutely grateful for everything. Absolutely grateful. And everyone around you will gravitate towards your energy. Everyone around you will gravitate towards your mission. Everyone around you, even if they don't understand why you're pursuing PT, even if you've been knocked down a few times, they will understand that whatever it is you're doing is more powerful than anything they can handle. And so they will not, they might verbally say, hey, try this, try that, but they know that they won't really be able to shake you. Because your gratitude will literally leak into everything that you do. It's one of the hardest things I still have to do. As Casey's transitioned into being a PT this year, I'm sure it's been a little different. But even the two of us have to train ourselves. Even the two of us have to remind ourselves that being grateful is absolutely essential to us being successful. Everything that you guys see us doing, everything that you guys see us displaying is authentic because we have reminded ourselves continuously that we have to be grateful for every single step. Do we always think that there's certain things that should be taking place? Well, yes. Are there things that we wish would be happening already? Well, yes. But isn't that with every situation? So if we're just grateful, everything usually works itself out. So work hard, keep fighting for what you want. Understand that we got you. Understand that we have dedicated our careers to make sure that you have everything you need. And if you are serious about getting in, reach out to us. Reach out to us if you are stuck, if you are at the, go to contactpreptguard.com, send us a message. Let's set you up with what the right steps are. But honestly, at the end of the day, I just need you all to remember gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. That is the key to the lens of perspective, and perspective is absolutely everything. As a pre-PT, it will be absolutely everything as a PT student. We know because we have to go through it, and it will be everything for you when you are a physical therapist. These are skills that you are training yourself on now that will be critical to you becoming successful as a professional. And if that's what you want, then it's an exercise worth trying. So this Thanksgiving, enjoy time with your family. Enjoy the food. Enjoy the post-food naps. Enjoy all of that. But also remember that as you're being thankful for the people around you, as you're being thankful for the things that are easy to thank others about or thank yourself about or whatever, the things that are easy to be grateful for, I mean, anyone can do that. But the ones that truly stick out are the ones that can find ways to be grateful for the things that no one else understands, for the things that no one else would be grateful for unless it was easy. So that's our message for tonight. Go freaking get it. Anything else, Casey?
Oh, speaking of gratitude, we are grateful for so many of you who follow us, who interact with us, who show your gratitude to us, send us, words of encouragement and how we helped you and everything. So we want to give back to you guys. And a few minutes from now, once we get off this, I'll be sending out an email for some gifts for all of you for, just hanging in there with us, for telling your friends and family about us and everything like that. So it'll be a 25% off code for our Kickstarter program, then also 25% off for our Kick It Up a Notch program.
Let's
Then also
go.
$5 off of all merchandise in our store. So you can go to preptgrind.com. You can find all of those, but I'll be sending out an email pretty shortly after this. And that's 25% off the Kickstarter program, the Kick It Up a Notch program, and also our merchandise. $5 off all merchandise. And that's just to show gratitude to all of you. We want to call you our colleagues pretty soon. We want to see you get in. We don't want to see you suffer anymore. And to help you do that as fast as possible, as quickly as possible, as efficiently as possible, we're helping you guys out as best we can. So look out for that email, or just go to www.preptgrind.com. You can go there, and the coupon code is PPG, as in pre-PT grind, PPG Black Friday 18, as in 2018. So just go there, preptgrind.com, go to Kickstarter program, or go to our merchandise store and just type that coupon code in, PPG Black Friday 18. And you'll find all that good stuff. Let us know how you like it. Tell your friends and family about it. And yeah, that's just us being grateful for you. And listen to our podcast. Came out, what's today? Wednesday? Yeah, came
Yep.
out today with Dr. Whitney Ogle. She's from Humboldt State. We had the pleasure of speaking to her pre-PT/OT class a few weeks ago, and they were absolutely amazing. So we invited her on the podcast. She's a professor of kinesiology there as well. So she's going to be giving you some inside tips on how to study, boost up your anatomy, kinesiology grades, and all that stuff. So that's just another way we give to you as well. So make sure you check out the podcast that just came out today. So check it out.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. You guys have a great evening. Many blessings. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and take everything that Casey just talked about. Go take full advantage of it. Go into 2019 ready to win and freaking kill it. Have a great evening. Bye.